Hello, friends, and welcome. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper, and my most viewed video to date is on high dollar teacups. And it was a research video I did on eBay telling you exactly which teacups were worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I haven't updated it in over a year. I was surprised I let it go that long. I do try and do it like sometimes even 3 to 6 months, so you kind of know what the market's doing. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do high dollar teacups, one of my favorite things. And it's really surprising. There are some of the ones that have been there throughout the years. The price seems like it's dropped on the majority of them, but there are new ones now that are worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars that were not there before. So really good mix of names, designers, styles to look out for when you're looking at teacups. They are out there. I personally have sold teacups for well over $500 multiple times, so I know they are there. And I'm going to show you them. I'm going to show you the top 25 selling teacups, my choice, on eBay in the last 90 days in 2025. All right, time flies when you're having fun, and I didn't realize it had been a year. So this first one we're starting off with is a rare Franz Phoenician Flight Bird porcelain teacup and saucer. This one sold for $500. Unfortunately, this seller only gave us one photo, but Franz is a brand that I want you to know. There have been quite a few Franz over the years that have sold for incredible prices. And here you can see this set. I'll try and make it bigger where I can give you a little more, but they are marked, they are signed, so you would be able to identify them, and it's definitely a name you want to know. Next up is another $500 sale, and this is one I'm not familiar with. This is an 1800s hand-painted green and heavy gold encrusted bird motif teacup and saucer. $500 sale on this one, and it looks like this one's not marked. Beautiful, beautiful. Looks like a swan. I'm not sure what the other bird is, but there are mallard ducks there. Beautiful gold gilt there. And this one is an unmarked one. So some of those unmarked ones can go high. Typically in the past, I have not seen very many unsigned selling for this high, but this one went for $500. Next up is a beautiful Ambrosius Lamb signed Dresden teacup and saucer, hand-painted swallows in flight. And we have seen Dresden quite a bit. So this one only had 3 bids, but it was started at only $299. Those 3 bids got it all the way up to $510.05. So remember this beautiful print with the swallows. And there are quite a few with birds. You're going to see different flowers. And this is a really, really pretty one. I love the saucer for this one. It has its own pattern and could be displayed by itself. And here you can see the Dresden there. Definitely a mark you want to know. A lot of Dresden pieces are extremely valuable. And look at the outside of this cup. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful piece. So I hope something like this would catch your eye. You can see there they're showing crazing, which is just that superficial crack. You definitely want to show those when you have these higher dollar pieces. So they are showing quite a few issues. And this one's still, again, 7-day auction, started at $299 and sold for $510. Next up is one that has dropped in value, and that is a vintage Aynsley Bailey rose on black teacup. This one sold for a best offer on $544. I personally sold several of these different colors, well over $600. I was not seeing them today. So the value has went down on these. And the Aynsley Cabbage Roses, they are signed by J.A. Bailey. I'm trying to see if I can get the signature in here. I am not seeing it on this one. There you can see that Aynsley mark, though, very, very clear on both. They are showing there is a gold fleck there on that saucer. And beautiful, beautiful teacup. Best offer on $544, but several years ago, these were worth well over $1,000. Next up is one we have not seen very often either. This is a Royal Vienna 18th century teacup and saucer. It does say it's trim blue, floral and birds design. Perfect. I hesitate using the word perfect because perfect to one person might not be perfect to another. So I do caution you if you use that in your titles. So here we can see this beautiful, beautiful teacup and the gold gilt. There is the Royal Vienna mark there that you would want to look for. And absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous cup. And you can see they are providing tons of details. I look at this saucer with the raised reticulated teacup holder. That one is really different. There again is that Royal Vienna mark and an amazing sale. This one was a best offer on $5.50. Next up is another one that has fallen in value, and this one is a Paragon teacup, double warranted with the pink and white rose. This one was an auction, but it only got one bid. It sold for $600. And again, this one years ago was quite a bit higher. Here you can see the Paragon as well as the double warrant there. Beautiful, beautiful teacup and an amazing sale at $600. But again, that value has decreased over the years. Next up is another new look I haven't really seen, and this one honestly looks to almost be cloisonné. So this is an antique 19th century Russian gilt 916 silver enamel teacup and saucer, 183 grams. It sold for $5.95. Pretty sure that's cloisonné there. Gorgeous piece, and it is on silver. So I have not really seen anything quite like this. This is a beautiful cup. There you can see that 916 as well as the maker's stamp on the bottom. And this one on that last look, it says it's 183 grams. They had marked it. And this one was an amazing, amazing sale at $5.95. Next up is another silver and enamel teacup. This is an Austro-Hungarian 800 silver enamel floral pansy teacup, Art Nouveau. It does say antique and vintage. This one sold for $595. Look at that handle there. This is a really, really neat piece. Again, nothing that I've seen doing these research videos. Beautiful little teacup. Look how little it is in their hand. This is a Dimitas one for sure. There you can see the stamp and the 800 and an amazing sale just shy of 600. Next up is another Paragon. It's another white cabbage rose. This is a different design though. This one sold for $5.99 and beautiful pink. A lot of these look pretty simplistic, but you need to know those big cabbage roses are definitely something still to keep an eye out for. You can see this one is a double warrant and beautiful, beautiful teacup and amazing sale at $5.99. Next is another Paragon, but instead of a rose, this one is an orchid. So this is an orchid teacup and saucer, blue double warrant. It does say Iris as well, England. This is another auction that only got one bid, sold for $5.99. Really, really pretty teacup. The big, bold flowers are something to watch for. Paragon is a brand, especially when it's double warranted. You can see they are pointing out flaws here. You do want to make sure and do that when you're selling a teacup at almost $600. Next up is one that really caught me off guard. I would not have pegged this for a $600 teacup. This is an extremely rare Arabia, Finland Nupu teacup, hand-painted Raja Oskiken. This one sold for $600. And this is a beautiful teacup, but not one I would have guessed that. Look at that saucer. Here you can see the Arabia, Finland. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And this is an amazing, amazing sale at $600. So make sure you look them up if they have writing because some of them might catch you off guard. pink large cabbage roses. It does say on black, but I'm not seeing black, so that's kind of confusing to me. This one sold for $637.50, and this one surprises me. Honestly, I don't see this one being worth that much, but this is a sold comp. Next up is another one that caught me off guard. This is a vintage Think Big NYC giant coffee or teacup and saucer by Hall China from 1981, and it sold for $695. This is so plain. Look at this. Now it's giant. You see it by the water bottle, but it is so plain. Here you see the Think Big NYC. So if you see a giant teacup, be sure to pick it up. This was an incredible sale, just shy of $700. Up next, I absolutely love this one, and I've not seen one like this either. This is a Royal Worcester Aesthetic Movement Japanese teacup and saucer, and this little teacup sold for $750. Beautiful stems. It is definitely 3D, and this one's not shaped like anything I've really seen. The gold gilt does have some wear to it. Beautiful, beautiful dogwood pattern. And let me go back because I want to make this big for you, that Royal Worcester marking. It's got a moon with a 51 in the middle, and an incredible, incredible sale at $750. Next up, this is another Paragon, but this auction went for $870. So this was a 7-day auction. It was started at $750. This is the same cup, so you really never know. The other one didn't go for nearly as much. This has got a little more of a lavender tint. The last one had pink. So if you do an auction, started at the lowest you're willing to take. This one was started at $750 and ended up at $870. Next up is a Paragon on black. This is a red cabbage rose. This one also was worth quite a bit more a couple years ago. This one sold for $900, and I love the black and gold. One of my absolute favorite combinations. This one looks to be in excellent condition. You can see there the Paragon. This one is not a double warrant. This one is a single, and an amazing, amazing sale at $900. Next up, I feel I would be remiss if I did not include a Hermes. So this is a Hermes Cheval d'Orient pair of teacups and saucers. These sold for $950. I feel like these are going to be a lot harder to find, but I want to make sure that I show them to you because there are a ton of them that sell very, very high. Next up is absolutely one of my favorite Aynsley's, and that is the chrysanthemum with the butterfly. And these were going for thousands when I first did these research videos, and this one sold for $999. So if you've had your eye on this Aynsley, now might be a good time to buy. So almost $1,000, beautiful teal or turquoise. There you can see that Aynsley mark. And this is definitely one of my favorite sets and an amazing sale, just shy of $1,000. Next up is another, I haven't seen anything like it. And this is an Ambrosius lamb. It's another Dresden. I have seen a lot of Dresdens, but none quite like this. So this, they put teacup and saucer figural. It sold for a best offer on $1,295. Beautiful gold gilt on this one. I would have put courting couple because that is what that appears to be to me. And really, really excellent shape. There is not much wear to this gold gilt at all. There you can, I have the hiccups, clearly see that Dresden Saxony mark, and beautiful, beautiful piece and an amazing sale. Best offer on $1,295. Next up is another one that looks pretty simple. It's a Royal Copenhagen Flora Danica teacup and saucer with the original box, and this one's just from the 2000s, and this one sold for $1,400. And here you can see it is in that box, and again, not overly impressive as far as looks, but a $1,400 sale on this one. It is in impeccable condition. Doesn't look like it was even put out on the shelf. Absolutely. This is one I might use the word perfect. I might use the word perfect on this one. Really, really pretty, but again, not one that I would think would go for $1,400. All right, with this one, we are up to our top three. This was an antique Russian silver 84, 1865 signed teacup place set. It does say checkered pattern ornate, and it sold for $1,800. They did originally have it at $4,000, and this is another one I've not seen one quite like it. There you can see that checkered pattern. There is that 84 marking. Beautiful, beautiful silver teacup, and amazing sale on this one. $1,800, even though they were taking less than they wanted at that $4,000. Here you can see it is signed HC. So I'm not sure who that maker is, as well as that 1865. So very, very clearly marked and pretty small. This is another one that looks to be a demitasse size, and a really, really great sale at $1,800. All right, there is still some hope for the Paragons out there. This is a Paragon floating rose. You can see the beautiful gold, and this one sold for $1,880. It does say excellent condition, never used, original owner family, and it stays in the china cabinet. $1,800 for a single teacup. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the saucer on this one. This is one I would know. There you can see it is a double warrant Paragon, and beautiful color on this one, and impeccable condition, and an amazing sale at $1,880. All right, our number one sale is what I told you was my favorite, and that is the Aynsley chrysanthemum. This is a pink chrysanthemum, though. The last one we saw was blue. Beautiful, beautiful saucer and teacup. This one was an auction. It was a 7-day auction. It was started at $1,250. So like I said, always start at the lowest you're willing to take. There were 5 different bidders, and it ended at $1,891. Almost $1,900. So this is where most of the chrysanthemums were when I did my prior research video. So it's really good to see one still going this high. This is an impeccable, impeccable piece, and definitely one of my all-time favorites, and a really, really great sale, coming in close to $2,000. All right, that was everything. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the difference in pricing. It's kind of crazy. And there were quite a few new styles and names that I hadn't seen before, which that is always fun. If you like this, definitely hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, share it with your friends if you think they'll like it, and always make sure you're following me. YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. I really do appreciate you watching. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next one.